What is going on, guys? I'm coming at you with my Call of Duty World War II multiplayer review. I've split it up into three parts: campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. So make sure to go check out the campaign and zombies if you have not already. But I'm going to get into reviewing the multiplayer portion of this game. So Sledgehammer is back for their second big appearance. Obviously, their first big appearance in the series was Advanced Warfare, and that did not go over so well. The jetpacks, nobody seemed to like them by the end of the game, and the game as a whole just wasn't very good. Obviously, just had a ton of issues. BAL and the ASM-1 just dominating everything. So they are back, and they are back to Call of Duty's roots in World War II, boots on the ground. How does it shape up? I think pretty shitty. Really, I'm just going to speak my whole thoughts on this one. This is not a great Call of Duty game, and not a really great game in general. Comparing it to all the Call of Duties I've played in the past, this one really is just not as good. Really, the only Call of Duty that I've played that's worse is Advanced Warfare. Now, given I didn't play Ghost and I didn't play Advanced Warfare, I haven't gotten an Infinity Ward game since like WW2. I played a little bit of MW3, but literally just barely ever touched Ghost, and I swear to God, I've never played a game of Infinite Warfare. With that being said, yeah, Advanced Warfare is the worst COD in the series by far that I've played. World War II is the second worst. Really, this game is just not good, and I think it's all Sledgehammer on this one. So, first off with the maps suck, and I think a lot of people will agree with me on that one. It seems that Treyarch is just magic at making the game. Or the maps in the game, sorry, and really, Sledgehammer just can't keep up. A lot of the maps are just a mess. Most people have, noticed this, but there's a lot of points where you'll come to, a fork in the road, and you have, a 50-50, which one you'll go down. If you go down the wrong one, you're just going to get shot in the back. Sorry about the gameplay. My Xbox fucked up on me, so I gotta put in a bunch of little clips, and I have some of my friends' gameplay in here. But other than that, I mean, really the maps are just complete ass. Really, the only map in the game that I think is good, and I haven't heard many other people talk about this, but London Docks I find to generally be a pretty good map. But other than that, I mean, Ardennes Forest sucks, or however you pronounce it. I hate Flak Tower. The only okay maps are Gibraltar, or however the fuck you say that. It's the green and white, basically Flak Tower, but different layout. And it's alright. Saint Marie du Mont is alright, but all the other maps literally suck. I don't like playing on them. And if it was in any other Call of Duty game, they would easily be the worst in the game. And then there's this clip. Watch this. Game modes. I wanted to get into this because they are not very good either, and I don't think it's the game mode's fault. Obviously, these have been game modes that have been in the past, but really, Sledgehammer is just not good at keeping teams balanced. I feel like this is the main issue with the game modes. Advanced Warfare team balancing was a huge issue, absolutely horrible. You had domination games, hardpoint games, just complete blowouts, and it's the same in this game with domination and hardpoint. I'd stay away from them. Search and Destroy hasn't really been good since the golden age of MW2 and Black Ops 1. Gridiron's alright, but it's really just not that fun to play. Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed is Team Deathmatch with dog tags. Literally, there's just not a lot of good core game modes in this, and I feel like it's just Sledgehammer dropping the ball on this one. The only good game mode, though, is War, and I want to cover this. War is a great game mode. It's the one thing Call of Duty's needed, and obviously everybody's criticized them of, literally copying off Battlefield 1. They did copy off Battlefield 1 pretty much in that remark, but it doesn't matter. It's a great game mode. It's the best game mode so far, but obviously the main issue, and everybody's noticed this, it's only got 3 maps, which isn't too bad. It's still a lot of fun to play them over and over again. I feel like there's enough replayability to them, but I definitely would like to see future maps released for people without the Season Pass. I don't know if I'm going to get the Season Pass or not, honestly. Right now, a little tight on money. $50 is big, and I don't know if I want to spend it on more crappy multiplayer maps. Literally, this game in general. It would literally only be for the War and Zombies, which I would hope they would just sell separate map packs for that, but Activision will never do that. So yeah, War is just a great game mode, but really it's just the maps are killing it, and I'll get into that later. Spawns, they're shit. I absolutely hate them, and I think most other people have realized this too, that they're just not good at all. Not really a lot to talk about there, but just I guess that could be fixing. Time to kill's a little quick to this game. I think time to kill in Call of Duty's always been like a preference. Do you want it a little bit longer? Do you want it a little bit shorter? I've always been one of the people who like it to be a little bit longer. Slow down the game a little bit, give me time to decide among things. Um, just like random shit, but I don't know. I don't prefer the time to kill to be as low as it is. Movement speed is insanely fast in this game. Everybody's a fucking NFL running back. It's really annoying. You have to learn to play on high sensitivity, or you just can't survive in this game. Because if you're not playing on high sensitivity, literally your gun moving across the screen is not going to be as fast as the enemy moving across the screen. It's that quick. Really just annoying, and I think a lot of people have noted this too. And I think that's honestly what made games like Black Ops 1 so good, is because the movement speed wasn't that quick. You really just, like I said, it slowed down the game. You had time to think about what you were doing. It wasn't just this Call of Duty as it's known now, just headless chickens running around chaos. Divisions is the next thing, and this is kind of the new thing. Instead of having like perks, and you pick 3 perks, they got divisions in the basic training that kind of are your perks. Can't really say I'm a big fan of it. I think there's definitely some good things about it, and they definitely do have like a lot of good options to give you. But I definitely am more of a fan of creating the custom perk setups. I wouldn't say it's too big of an issue, but if I had the choice to stick with the thing that they got now with the divisions and the basic training, or go back to 3 perks, I would go back to 3 perks. Headquarters, obviously, I don't know what happened with Sledgehammer and the servers, but most people have said, the reason that Headquarters is having so many issues is because the servers would take fucking forever to load up just to get to Headquarters. Really just a launch issue on their part, which is not surprising coming from Sledgehammer. Wall banging's another big issue in this game. Literally, you're not nowhere on the map is safe. Nowhere. I kid you not. Nowhere on the map is safe. It's just super annoying when you get wall banged, but I do wall bang a fair bit. I would say at least if I'm getting like 10 kills a game, like 2 of them have to be wall bangs, which is ridiculous if you think 1 in every 5 of your kills is literally shooting somebody through a wall. Even if you don't have FMJ, you can still wallbang. It's just ridiculous. Even though I do benefit a lot from it, I think it should be fixed. Netcode might be an issue. I don't know. I've had a few of those. I've had a few issues of that, a few little episodes. I don't know. Maybe it's something they could fix. And then the last thing is just Flinch is just back in this game. I know Advanced Warfare, it absolutely sucked, and really a lot of people have backlashed Flinch in this game too. I know one basic training called Primed where it kind of helps out reducing the flinch, and a lot of people are using that, but I don't want to use a whole basic training just because I'm trying to defend myself against something in the game that shouldn't be there in the first place. Really, that's all I've got to say about the bat, which is a lot. The only thing that this game does good, I wouldn't even say does good, it's just really the only thing that comes up to par is the fact that there's enough guns, enough attachments, and enough extra stuff and unlockable stuff in the game, mostly revolving around the guns. I was quite impressed that they were able to get enough guns and attachments in here, and all the camos are back and stuff. But pretty much compared to the other Call of Duties, that's just very average. It's on par with the rest of the Call of Duties. That's all I can say about that. So really, that kind of wraps up my review. A lot of bad stuff here when comparing it to the other Call of Duty games. I guess if you haven't played Call of Duty before, it might be a solid game, but considering of how most of us are so used to, your standard Call of Duty, it really just does not come up to par with the rest of them. Like I said, of the Call of Duties I played, this is the second worst, with Advanced Warfare being the worst. So Sledgehammer is just absolutely shitting the bed on every category, in my terms, for Call of Duty. Go check out the campaign and zombies review. I have a little bit better stuff to say about zombies than I do with multiplayer, but really, in my opinion, multiplayer in this is just not up to par. Other than that, I know people have been kind of criticizing them. They're like, they had 3 years. I just want to address this real quick. People were like, they had 3 years to get this together. What the hell were they doing? I don't think they had 3 years, because if you think about it, Advanced Warfare comes out, they got to cater to that for like at least 9 months to a year. And then they start up working, and I think most people knew this. They were probably working on Advanced Warfare 2. They kind of left that open in terms of like the zombie storyline, and probably the ending of the campaign, and they were probably imagining that, hey, this is going to be the new Call of Duty, with jetpacks and everything. And then when everybody realized that sucks, nobody wants that anymore, Activision probably told them like, yo, you got to stop this. You guys got to make like a World War II game or something. or at least I don't know if that's true or not. Somebody can tell me down in the comments if that's true or not. But I think at one point they were working on Advance 2 and fairly forward into it, and then they had to switch gears and then start, from scrap and make a World War II game. But still, it's not an excuse to how bad this game is. I just want to say that that's probably the reason why they only have 9 maps and 3 war maps in the game. But other than that, really, that's it. That's my opinion on the game. Tim, what you guys think? But other than that, I will see you guys later.